Nature is a complex network of interconnected systems. From the tiniest microorganisms to the largest animals, everything plays a role in the delicate balance of life on Earth. Nature does have a program and pattern for everything that is happening on all levels of it, and it is full of networks. Every organism is built from networks, and every cell in every organism is essentially also a network. Even atoms on the atomic level are arranged in networks. The difference between solid matter, liquid and gas are the kinds of networks that atoms form. In solid material the particles are more tightly connected to each other, and in liquid and gas their connection will be looser. So even on the atomic level we are talking about networks. From the atomic scale to the cosmic scale, networks are everywhere. In groundbreaking research, social scientists analyzed a database that tracked over 12,000 individuals for over 32 years. What they found was that all of the changes people go through in their lifetime look like ripples throughout the network. Our emotions, thoughts and actions are all socially contagious phenomena, from gaining weight, smoking or drinking, getting married, getting divorced, our political preferences, our taste in music and film, our body language, how we use language, depression, happiness, emotions, all of that are socially contagious phenomena. And all of this happens without our awareness, and we don't realize that everything we do, think, and feel is a direct result of the network we are a part of. The next thing that we need to understand is symbiosis. Symbiosis is essentially interaction and relationship between different species, just like the bee and the flower, or the relationship between trees and fungi in the forest. Trees absorb carbon from the atmosphere through photosynthesis and share some of it with fungi that grow on their roots. In return, fungi provide trees with nutrients and minerals. A recent study found that fungi take carbon from stronger trees and pass some of it to weaker trees. The entire fungal network, called mycelium, spans the entire forest and ultimately is connected throughout the whole planet. This is an example of a symbiotic relationship in an ecosystem where all components are linked through cycles of nutrients and energy flows. Every living being has a role in maintaining the balance of this ecosystem, including humanity. The oxygen we breathe is also connected to a complex ecosystem that spans from a salty desert in East Africa to the Amazon rainforest, where dust from the desert serves as fertilizer for the trees that generate a flying river of water vapor that eventually becomes rain, eroding rock and creating sediment that nourishes microscopic creatures in the ocean called diatoms. These creatures are responsible for up to 50% of the oxygen we breathe, and their reliance on nutrients demonstrates the interconnectedness of all ecosystems on the planet, which operate as networks on top of networks. When a system or entity, whether it's a network, a substance, or a living organism, displays new properties or behaviors that are not present in the individual parts, it gives rise to a phenomenon called emergence, a fascinating concept that can be observed in many different areas of life where the whole is more than its individual parts. One classic example of emergence is water. When hydrogen and oxygen atoms come together in a specific way, water emerges with qualities that don't exist in any individual hydrogen or individual oxygen atoms, such as wetness and the ability to dissolve a variety of substances, which is fundamental for life. Emergence can also be observed in the development of life on Earth. Over billions of years, bacteria were living as individual organisms, but at some point, they coalesced in a new way to form the nucleated cell. The nucleated cell is the only cell that ever developed on this planet into everything else that we know, and as these nucleated cells came together, a multicellular organism emerged. Emergence is also a key factor in swarm intelligence, which occurs when individual organisms come together to form something greater than themselves. This can be seen in many animal species, such as birds, fish, and insects, where individuals work together in groups to achieve complex tasks that they would not be able to accomplish alone. Overall, emergence is an important concept for understanding the complexity of nature's meta-network and how it evolves over time. It shows us that the whole is more than the sum of its parts, and that new and surprising phenomena emerge when things come together in a certain way. Swarm intelligence is a fascinating phenomenon observed in nature where decentralized, self-organized systems create a higher level of being. This emergence of complexity and advanced connections can be observed in everything from termites building a cathedral to the global interdependence of human societies. As conscious beings, humans have the unique opportunity to consciously participate in nature's program by embracing our connection with the rest of humanity. This will give birth to a new level of being called collective humanity. This future state of connection is already beginning to form and is part of nature's program, leading towards a global emergent state of mankind. By embracing our connection, we can prevent suffering and move faster and smoothly instead of being pushed by suffering from behind. As we come together and create a more connected civilization than ever, we can create a brighter future for all, free from conflict, strife and poverty. So let us embrace the meta-network of nature, our interconnectedness, the power of swarm intelligence, and let us move forward into a new era of collective humanity.